Black America cannot solve this problem ourselves. It requires all Americans to stand up and act. It starts by recognizing that you as a white American are privileged not to be exposed to the systemic racism that's prevalent in our society. The next step is having that uncomfortable conversation with a person of color about what life is like in their shoes. Make the conversation about them, their desires, their aspirations, their fears. Third, ask to be invited into their circle. Don't try to pull them into yours. Remember, this isn't about you. By joining their social circle, you will learn more about who we are and our perspectives and what we value. And be comfortable being the minority in the room. We've done it for centuries. You can suck it up for an hour. Fourth is to be self-reflecting about your actions and whether unconsciously or consciously they were racially motivated. And be open to soliciting feedback from other persons of color. It is the only way that you're going to increase your comfort level with us. Finally, call out and engage when you see racially biased activity, small or large. Most times, racists will listen to you before they listen to me. Be willing to call out grandpa or grandma for saying something with racist undertones. Don't give them a pass because they're old. Because you never know if a younger child is listening and watching. And they may take your silence as permission to say the same. Remember, no one's born a racist. They're taught. If you want to help, the true way to help is to amplify the voices of the people being oppressed. And to recognize that you may not have endured the injustices, but those injustices indeed exist. To help is to prioritize the inexcusable loss of life over your feelings about the loss of property. Yes, losing a target is bad and should not be happening. But they have insurance and they can replace them. You cannot replace George Floyd's life. It is gone forever. To help is to recognize that you may not have all the facts. And believe me, you don't have all the facts. So be open-minded and actively seek to learn more. Because we've conditioned ourselves to think that blacks interacting with police are thugs, criminals. You often hear that language in the media, and many of you use it on Facebook. Thug. To some, thugs aren't human. They aren't valuable. And before you say, I use thugs to describe everyone, it's about the action, not the person. Sorry, that doesn't fly. Thug has been permanently assigned as a derogatory label towards blacks. And you can't replace or reappropriate thug just like you can't reappropriate the N-word to refer to other races. You just can't do that. And let's not forget that a label has already been assigned to white criminals. They're troubled, mentally ill. For blacks, labels are meant to demonize and convey evil intent. For whites, labels are meant to offer compassion. It was out of their control. We as African Americans are keenly aware of the coded language that are used out there by elected officials and those in the media to devalue us. Sons of bitches, Antifa, dogs, motherfucker. To you it may seem innocuous, but to the African American community, it's inflammatory and it's insulting. And to my gay white friends out there, while you're condemning the current riots, remember that we celebrate gay pride and the birth of the modern gay rights movement. In reality, we are celebrating a riot, which is Stonewall, which, oh, by the way, was started by Black and brown gay men and women. So please, check your hypocrisy at the door. When I talk about being privileged or having the luxury, I'm not talking about socioeconomic status. You may be a hardworking person, and you may have worked very hard to earn everything that you have. But the obstacles that you've had to overcome in life don't include the perception of the color of your skin. You are seen and you are judged by your own merits, which is wonderful. That's what I want too. I want you to see me, all of me, color and all. I can't change the color of my skin, nor would I ever want to. My skin is beautiful, and so is my culture. But you can change your perception about it. I nor my people are threats. We are looking for the same things as you, to provide for our families and pursue the American dream of life, liberty, and happiness, and equality in the eyes of the law. But we don't want to be summarily killed by those tasked with enforcing those laws. We're tired. We're frustrated. We just want the same benefits as you, my white friends. Thanks for listening, and stay safe out there.